All right, welcome back, my phenomenal boxers. So we're back again with another video. This one is about controlling. We're gonna watch how George Foreman, this gentleman right here, against Joe Frazier, this gentleman right here. We're gonna watch how George Foreman, I always mess with these names. George Foreman is going to control Joe Frazier. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we first see the jab here. Let's back it up just a little bit. All right, we see this jab lands. Okay, now what is this jab establishing? That's always the question we need to ask ourselves, is that what is each sequence of moves setting up? All right, so we see the jab here. That's obvious. All right, what else do we notice? We notice that this jab gives us space. Okay, we notice that. What else can we notice? Hello, the setup of the right hand. So we have space, and then we have the setup for the right hand. So we're using this jab to keep Joe Frazier occupied. Another form of being able to control our opponent. Give them distance, give them space, and I will be able to set my punch right where it needs to be. All right, let's continue. Oh, okay, so we missed the right hand. But now notice this. We see Joe Frazier looking. All right. We see him. We see him looking, right? So we missed this shot here. This shot missed. So what do you think we're looking to do? From this angle and this position, Joe Frazier cannot see right now. So we have no sight down here. We're looking straight down. So what is George Foreman going to be able to do from this position? Let's play it out. Let's see if you're right. Runs right into the left hook. Right? So he wind up the right hand and then went right into the hook. Right? And that makes contact. Now, why is this so important? Right? Let's back it up let's back it up a little bit. All right. Notice the weight shift that we're having here. All right. This weight shift went all in this direction. So that means this side is loaded. So we can see that George Foreman's left hand is loaded while Joe Frazier cannot see. Boom. Easy work. All right. So even when Joe Frazier throws his hook back, what did it do? Yep, hit a little bit of the glove first, then landed. Right. So it took a lot of that impact off. So out of that exchange, who took the most impact? Joe Frazier. Obvious, right? All right. We're seeing this same sequence happen again. Let's slow it back down. I don't want to lose y'all here. Let's pay attention. So we see that jab. Joe Frazier's on the left side, and he tries to get the uppercut. Joe Frazier slips over to his right. Joe Frazier tries to get that right uppercut. Doesn't land it. Okay. Oh, big game right here. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This right here, why is this important? Well, now that we got control of the arm, we can't use this anymore. We just limited our opponent's offense just by grabbing the back of their tricep here, the back of their arm. We just got control. So we landed a good shot beforehand. The next shot that was thrown at us wasn't as effective. So then now that he's trying to throw, we limit his options by not letting him throw and then push him off. Look at this. Control the hand, limit the offense, and then push off and get our space. All right. Let's see. Continue. We see another jab. All right. So it looks like Joe Frazier gets his jab off, but you still see that hand right up here. You still see that hand right up here. So it just scathed a little bit. Wasn't as damaging. That one was. Let's watch it. Boom. So that jab gets there. This jab hits the glove first before George Foreman. Excellent defense. That one lands. We have the push off again. Jesus. What are we talking about here? Let's go through this easy. So We have the push off. Awesome. Before our opponent can attack. And this is what Joe Frazier is trying to do. He slips over because he tries to get out of the way of that jab. Because remember, we got hit a couple times with that jab. But we're going to now see how George Foreman is going to scoop this uppercut right at this angle. Right? Because where else is he going to go? Right? He can't go further right. He can only be able to go to his left. George Foreman, noticing this, keeps his eyes there. And the uppercut comes. Let's watch it. Boom. And then to add insult to injury, we see the load up. We see the load up here by Joe Frazier. We see the load up getting ready to throw this. Oh, but what does this man do? What does George Foreman do? Push him off. No more offense. And let's start this thing all over again. All right. So controlling your opponent, y'all. Being able to hit, not get hit, is hitting them, limiting their punch options, and moving on from there. Thank y'all so much for watching.